Hi, I'm Jackie. Welcome to my show. This is the case of Precious Magabane. In 2018, Precious was 33 years old. She was a primary school teacher and she had two sons. One was 6 years old and the other one was 14. In December of 2018, Precious left. She went to a church and she promised her parents that she'll be coming back soon because she had left her children with her parents. Precious said she would buy her children some new Christmas clothing, and they knew about it and they were all excited and they were waiting for her to come home. But Precious did not come home. Instead, her parents received a message from Precious, and the message said that she had gone away with friends The message said she was celebrating with friends in Sun City. Precious came from South Africa in an area in Limpopo. Days turned into nights and Precious did not return and she did not contact her parents again. The last message that she sent them, she wrote in her native language, but it was rather broken. It was not straight, proper language and it did not sound the way she wrote. And then in early January, when the schools were open again, the parents were still confused as to why she stopped communicating and she had not returned, even with her children's Christmas clothing. And the fact that she chose to go away during Christmas was rather bizarre for them. In January, Precious's parents asked her sister to go to the school where Precious taught to find out what actually happened if she was at work. But when her sister went to the school, they found that she had not been to the school at all. The school was also wondering where Precious was. This is when the family of Precious went and reported her missing at the police station. So a missing persons case was opened and police started to investigate. Lucky enough, Precious's sister knew about her boyfriend. Apparently, Precious had been seeing a man from Pakistan called Chima. Police went to ask Chima where Precious was. And while they were there, they did actually find Precious's phone in his possession. So when he was questioned about it, both him and another man called Ali was arrested. Both were of Pakistani descent. Apparently, Chima, the boyfriend, worked at an Asian shop in Limpopo. Precious's sister helped in identifying the boyfriend. She confirmed that he is actually the boyfriend because she had met him before. So when they were questioned, and because some of Precious's possessions were in Chima's house, he was forced to confess. Chima told the police where they would find the remains of Precious. Police did go to the location where they had been directed to, and they found refuse sacks in there, and inside they found 2 hands and a head. It was actually devastating. They just found her head and hands, and they also found intestines. The rest of the body was nowhere to be found. They took the parts to the mortuary. They did some tests on it, DNA tests, and they confirmed that it was actually Precious's body, parts at least. So they were trying to find the rest of her body, and these two guys wouldn't say. So from 2018, 2019, 2022, the case carried on. And because it had been so long, Precious's family decided that, they're going to hold a funeral service and bury the parts that had been available, and these body parts were at a mortuary. The family made preparations and arrangements for a funeral. And then when they sent people to go and collect the body parts from the mortuary, they didn't find the body parts. The body parts had been stolen from the mortuary. Imagine, the only parts they had found of Precious were the head, the hands, and intestines. And when they actually went back, they found that those parts had been stolen. So they had to open another case of theft from a mortuary. And now this time, Ali, the friend of Chima, turned state witness and turned against Chima. And then he actually stood at the trial against his friend and said that he did not take part in whatever happened. He explained that Chima called him and told him that Precious had gone to his house. And while they were at their house, they started arguing about something. And that is when Chima attacked and unalived Precious. And after that, he dismembered her. When he dismembered her, he called his friend Ali and asked him to bring 5 refuse sacks, those plastic bin bags. And Ali actually brought those bags, and then they started putting the body parts in different bags. And after that, they drove around throwing them away in different parts of the city, including some mountainous regions. And Ali also testified that 2 days later, Chima called him again and told him that he needed to go and help Chima again because he had not disposed of the head and the intestines. So they had to drive around to look for another place to dispose of these parts, which is all gruesome, the whole thing. And Ali claimed that Chima threatened him and told him that if you tell anybody what has just happened, I'm going to end you as well. So he said he kept quiet because he was afraid. In the end, Chima was sentenced to life in prison, and he got a further 2 years on top for theft, stealing at the mortuary. It's a very sad case to think that a family had to go through something like that. A family had to lose their child like that. Those 2 children will never see a grave of their mother. They'll never see their mother again. And the actual motive is not known. So this is just one of the many women who have lost their lives in South Africa through gender-based violence. It's not a very well-known case, but I came across this case and thought I should share it. This is the sad case of Precious Magabane. Thank you.